Hey, welcome to the weekly wrap only on KENS 5 Plus. I'm your host, Audrey Casolano. Let's get to the biggest stories of the week so you can be in the know. At number 5 in our countdown, a federal appeals court says Texas can enforce its law requiring all public school classrooms to display the 10 Commandments. A lawsuit was filed late last year claiming the law violates the First Amendment. The American Civil Liberties Union and Religious Freedom Organization filed the lawsuit in district court here in San Antonio on behalf of 18 families with children in public schools across the state. The federal appeals court found it does not establish or endorse a religion and that it also doesn't prevent anyone from practicing their faith. This sets up a potential battle all the way to the Supreme Court. At number 4 in our countdown, investigation continues on 2 explosions that rocked a northeast side neighborhood Tuesday night, leaving 5 people injured. Among those injured is a Northeast ISD teacher. The first blast happened around 6 o'clock Tuesday night on Preston Hollow, injuring 3 people. And just 2 hours later, a second explosion happened just 2 doors down from the first. 2 people were also injured in that blast. About 20 homes had to be evacuated as a precaution. The NTSB is investigating the explosion. At number 3 in our countdown, Spurs fans hoping for the best after Victor Wembanyama got a concussion from taking a hard fall at Game 2 of the playoffs against Portland. Wemby, who was just named NBA Defensive Player of the Year, went down in the first half, staying on the court for about a minute before walking off to the locker room. Portland went on to win 106-103. Now all eyes are on Wemby's status. Under NBA rules, he has to clear multiple steps before he can come back, including at least 48 hours of monitoring and passing neurological testing. He also has to be symptom-free, cleared by doctors, and officially approved by the league. What we eat and drink plays an important role in oral health. It can strengthen our teeth and gums and prevent cavities. It could even reduce the risk of chronic diseases like heart disease and diabetes. KENS 5's Jeremy Baker has more in this week's Healthy Essay.
Bacteria in our mouths feed on things like starches and sugars, which produce acids that can erode teeth. That's why limiting processed foods and sugary drinks is essential, with a win-win for your mouth and your long-term health, too.
What we eat and drink has a direct impact on our oral health. A balanced diet rich in vitamins and minerals and fiber helps maintain a healthy mouth and a healthy body.
For the healthiest smile you can muster, keep all of these things in mind. We'll start with eating more fruits and veggies.
So fruits and vegetables like apples and carrots and berries and leafy greens, they provide fiber and vitamins and minerals that support oral health.
Next up, drink plenty of water to hydrate and help those pearly whites.
Especially tap water that contains fluoride helps strengthen tooth enamel, and it helps to prevent tooth decay. And choosing water instead of a sugary beverage is one of the simplest ways that we can protect our smiles.
Make sure to limit your consumption of sugary foods and drinks.
Foods and drinks high in added sugars are a leading cause of tooth decay.
And avoid smoking. It's an absolute no-no that can cause yellowing of the teeth, but also long-term problems like gum disease, increasing the risk of tooth decay, and raising the chance of contracting oral cancer. Alcohol should be avoided as well, mainly because of the sugar.
It probably affects more your teeth than anything because of the acidity in alcohol or the sugary, drinks that they can be made of.
For more about how to keep your pearly whites as white as possible and your mouth merry, we have links with this story on KENS5.com. In the studio, Jeremy Baker.
All right, stick with us. The weekly wrap is back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem? Call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family. I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get you breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity. New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage, live or on demand, right here on KENS 5+.
Welcome back to the Weekly Wrap. At number 2 in our countdown, in Shreveport, Louisiana, a memorial with balloons and teddy bears continues to grow outside the home where 8 children were found dead early Sunday morning. Authorities say the first 911 call came in at 5:55 a.m. from a person hiding on the roof of the house, while the suspect, identified as 31-year-old Shamar Elkins, was inside. About 4 minutes later, dispatch was advised Elkins shot everyone at the home before going to another location. The shooting left 8 children dead, ages 3 to 11, and 7 of them were Elkins' own children. He also shot 2 women who were both mothers of his children. He died during a confrontation with police. Now to a story we've been following since last week, impacting some of our local businesses' owners. The nationwide chain Painted Tree Boutiques abruptly shut down last week, leaving vendors scrambling to recover. One entrepreneur is already starting over, finding a new home near the Pearl. KENS 5 Simone Simpson shows us how she's turning that setback into a fresh start.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia, generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
Talked to this police officer, and she told me to call KENS 5.
Every week, KENS 5 is looking out for San Antonio's own.
The next day after you left, they sent a professional AC guy, and my AC's working now.
If you've been wronged by someone,
it was shocking. Clearly something went wrong.
Or a business,
I couldn't believe it was happening.
Just call KENS. Weekdays at 6, only on KENS 5.
I got my vehicle back. I'm rolling again, so call KENS 5 to help you if you need help too.
Born and raised on the northwest side of San Antonio, Texas. Generations of my family have been from this part of Texas. I have Fiesta roots, I have Spurs roots, I have Texas Fighter roots. Played basketball at Clark. Basketball was a huge part of my life for 16 years. My comfort dish, a plate of chilaquiles with salsa verde. I grew up watching KENS 5. I am who I am because of this beautiful city. I hope that they can find a sense of pride knowing that their creation is helping deliver them the most important news of the day. I'm Alicia Nieves, and I'm proud to be from this beautiful city.
If you want a meal that will make you say,
so good!
That is fantastic.
Catch Neighborhood Eats, where we find the best local restaurants. Streaming now on KENS 5+.
All right, now to a story we've been following since last week, impacting some of our local small business owners. The nationwide chain Painted Tree Boutiques abruptly shut down last week, leaving vendors scrambling to recover. One entrepreneur is already starting over, finding a new home near the Pearl. KENS 5 Simone Simpson shows us how she's turning that setback into a fresh start.
We're all scrambling to go get our things.
The Park North location was home to about 200 small businesses selling everything from household goods to clothes, jewelry, and food. Painted Tree's corporate team confirmed to KENS 5 that they filed for bankruptcy. Jackie's Christian apparel business was there exactly 1 year. After last week's abrupt closing of Painted Tree Boutiques, the owners of the Vine reached out on social media to see what local businesses were impacted. They heard back from more than 10 businesses, including Jackie's. Her prayer was answered.
Whenever you have somebody similar in the faith and they reach out and they tell you, hey, we have a safe place, come as you are, come do what you need to do, and you're not alone in this. And so we were so blessed when we received the Vine's message, and they were the first ones to reach out.
Husband and wife Will and Shannon Corbett created The Vine as a supportive space where small businesses can succeed, sheltered from the setbacks of weather. They've been located by the Pearl at 2202 Broadway Street for 6 months. They feel they're in the right place at the right time to help.
We always say the vine is divine, and that's what's showing up right now. You know, we're still new, but when God allowed us to open our doors, you know, we're established enough that we can open our arms to others that might need help right now.
The Vine, based off of scripture, redefines how local artisans connect with the community.
You know, we have this door, and we welcome you. We have this vine, and we literally want to extend our branch to you and have you grow.
I believe that through this closure of Painted Tree, there's been so many more opportunities for us because we were getting comfortable there, and now the Lord has pushed us out and He's sending us places. We've had the amazing opportunity to meet Shannon and Will that own the Vine, and that never would have happened without the Painted Tree closing abruptly.
Simone Simpson, KENS 5.
Glad some of those business owners are getting back on their feet. The weekly wrap back after this.
Go ahead. Take a look at the faces of San Antonio Zone. When you look into their eyes, you see passion, you see hard work, you see familia. Generations of people who embody a rich culture of respect, honor, and originality. We're all in San Antonio, but more importantly, San Antonio is in us. It's what makes us special. It's why we're proud to be San Antonio's own.
A broken vehicle fixed after 5 months of no help.
KENS 5 made it 100% better.
A busted windshield fixed after getting the runaround from a contractor.
And you guys did it. Y'all were amazing.
A much-needed tax refund this man couldn't access. Yep, fixed.
KENS 5 actually helped me out quite a lot, actually.
Have a consumer problem you can't solve? Call KENS. Weekdays at 6 on KENS 5.
Got a problem, call KENS. They will solve the problem.
My name is Sue Kalberg, and I am a journalist for KENS 5 for 22 years. I think it's been an awesome privilege to be able to work in the town that I grew up in. My uncle, Rex Stanley, was the very first guy hired at KENS 5. From the beginning, I said, you can get paid for that? Let me in. It fills my heart to be a part of the KENS family, because the KENS family is the San Antonio family.
I am San Antonio's own Sue Kalberg.
We want to get you breaking news right now.
Here, let me show you the police activity. New insight into a deadly police shooting.
We just got an update from fire officials. We'll continue to keep you updated.
Stream extended coverage, live or on demand, right here on KENS 5 Plus.
Welcome back to the weekly wrap. Two of San Antonio's own were among the thousands at Game 2 Tuesday night. A husband and wife never miss a shot to see the Spurs. As our Henry Ramos reports, they've been there for all the big moments.
Making memories with the San Antonio Spurs, from Las Vegas to New Orleans to here at home.
Go Spurs, go!
Married couple Adrian Vallejo and Sylvia Urias Vallejo are Spurs fans por vida.
Once you went to a game, you wanted to go again and again.
I started watching them, actually going to the games at the Hemisphere in 1978.
Sylvia has been a Spurs season ticket holder for nearly 3 decades.
I've been a loyal fan in the Spurs.
You said 27 consecutive years, right?
27 consecutive, yeah.
That you've been a ticket holder. That's pretty loyal.
From previous playoffs until now, the two Lovebirds have been there in the stands watching the team they love. Yet they say something about the 2026 playoffs stands apart.
You didn't see this level of energy. You just don't. We didn't. I don't recall it being anywhere like this. And it's everywhere. You don't have to be at the game.
It is easy to spot their love for the Spurs, from Sylvia's blinged out basketball shoes to their bright orange 2026 playoff shirt.
I guess it's just pride in being your hometown and stuff.
Go Spurs, go!
They've always been an exciting team from day one.
And their loyalty to San Antonio, I feel like we owe it to them.
Race for Sace. So you think this is the team? You think this is the year?
I do.
Yep.
I do. I think they have it. They have it in them.
Just to play your best. They got to play their best the whole 48 minutes.
The city's behind you. We're behind you, and you can do it.
Henry Ramos, KENS 5.
And we're pulling for the Spurs with this race for SACE. All right, now number 1 in our countdown to wrap things up. Despite renewed Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz, the White House says a ceasefire remains in place indefinitely, now 8 weeks into the conflict. Iranian state TV aired video purportedly showing the Revolutionary Guard seizing 2 ships after firing on multiple vessels in the Strait of Hormuz earlier this week. Iranian states it's a retaliation for the U.S. seizing Iranian cargo ships last week during President Trump's ongoing blockade of the strait. But the White House insists the U.S. has the upper hand. U.S. Central Command says so far the blockade has forced more than 30 ships to turn around. All right, thanks for joining us for this week's episode of the Weekly Wrap, only on KENS 5 Plus. Be sure to join us next week for all your other top headlines. We'll see you then. Bye, guys.